Good stuff from Brad Tejeda. Please check out the complete work there at Canes Insight. It's right here on YouTube. You just go to the search bar, type in Canes Insight. You're going to find him right there. Because in bringing up North Carolina, I was not surprised once we get to the bowl game, and I hate that the bowl games are compromised by players missing, so you kind of have to try to judge what it was. But I thought it was pretty even on both sides in terms of the personnel losses. But that's about what I expect. That was the next game where, okay, Miami's playing somebody else on their tier, a top 15 to 20 team in the country. And you want to win that game, but it wasn't. It was a close game. And you got down big. N'Kosi Perry played well. You got back in the game. And that's pretty much what I expected out of that game. It's a 34-31 game. Okay, I get it. It makes sense. But that North Carolina game, that one stunned me a little bit. Here's one for you, because this is constantly brought up on my channel regarding Miami football. Because I could take either argument. I don't think it's ridiculous to go either side on this. Is this program elite?
No, unfortunately, as much as I love my Hurricanes, they're not elite anymore. Unfortunately, the U does still hold weight. Don't get that twisted, right? Whether it be in the NFL or still in college football, you see when the University of Miami starts winning football games, we're on national television week in and week out. I mean, it doesn't matter if we're playing a good team or just an average team. You go back to that 17 season where we were like 4 or 5 weeks in a row college game day, whether it be Pittsburgh, Notre Dame, Virginia Tech. And we got a close, small feeling of that last year when we started getting on that run at the beginning of the year. And then obviously once Clemson came, it kind of stubbed us. But I think we got to have slow steps, small steps. And I think, unfortunately, that's very tough for our Hurricane fan base because we are instant gratification. We want everything right now. And I like to play both sides of it, but I got to say this. You got to give Manny some type of credit because I do think in the past year, like 10, 15 years, anytime an obvious decision needs to be made or a coach that is available or a player that's available, it's very obvious that we need to go after those guys. And it just seemed like we never did that. Ever since Manny Diaz has been the head coach, yes, his first year, it was more of a trial and tribulations because like anything you do for your first time, you're going to have growing pains. You're going to have to, learn from your mistakes. He went out, tried the transfer portal, and went after Tate Martell. Everybody was happy. We thought Tate Martell was going to be the next thing, the next Heisman, right? Everybody was hyping him up, QB1. Well, it didn't work out. And he ended up getting Dan Enos, who obviously we saw the Alabama logo, the guys that he was under as well with Hurts and Tua. And we thought that would work out, and it still didn't. And what Manny did was he not only changed, but he wasn't afraid to go back. And he went right back into the transfer portal and tried it again with De'Ara King. He went right back and went after another high-profiled offensive coordinator in Rhett Lashley. And he wasn't done there. I mean, when the name Travaris Robinson comes up as a coaching opportunity, that is one name that in the past 10 years, the Miami Hurricanes have been wanting that guy. Whether it be not having enough money or just not the right timing or the staff didn't want him, there was always something. Well, that changed this year. And if you hear in recent interviews with T-Rob, he still took less money to come back to come to the University of Miami instead of going back to a program like University of Florida where he was already there, already accomplished things, know what it would be like there. But he took on a challenge and an opportunity. And I think that is one coach in particular where, I mean, you look at the secondary, the cornerback position alone, whether it be landing the guys in our backyard and recruiting or developing them to where they are able to play consistently on a college football level, that just hasn't worked out for us. And adding a guy like T-Rob, this is going to be the year where we see, in the recruiting trail, if we could land bigger guys, especially in our own state, and then also some of the guys that we have on this program. You have a Tyreek Stevenson who has a lot to prove coming from Georgia. You have an Al Blades that just got cleared. And you have a DJ Ivey who, is one of those guys who's not really a fan favorite to some fans because of some of, the easy, obvious mistakes that you think a cornerback shouldn't make. But that guy has all the tools and all the physical attributes to be a Pro Bowl cornerback, as crazy as that sounds. You look at him, and he is a typical corner. That's exactly what you want. And I think he still does have all the tools. I think it just comes down to having the right coaching. And I think part of our problem in that Blake Baker scheme that we had was there's too much thinking and not enough reacting. especially in that linebacker position. Linebacker is one position group in particular. It's a lot of reaction and a lot of just playing off the ball and off of instincts. And I think we need to get back to that.
Brad Tejeda, Canes Insight. Check out the channel right here on YouTube. We appreciate you stopping by, Brad.
Thank you.